Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to the video. Today's vehicle is a super dirty and hairy 2014 BMW X1. It's in for a full detail, so let's have a closer look. Okay, so it's pretty clear this BMW has been blasted with snow and dirt over the course of the winter here, as the paint is absolutely filthy from the front end all the way to the back where it's covered in snow. There's some huge chunks of dirty ice stuck to the rocker panels, and then the wheel wells are completely stuffed full of snow. But besides the filthy exterior, the inside really isn't a whole lot better, as there's a pile of dog hair to deal with all around the vehicle. The leather seats are pretty dirty from the owner's dog, and then besides the floor mats, there's some other grimy areas in here too. But just before we jump into things here, take a second and make sure you're subscribed to the channel and that you've got the bell on so you never miss out on a future video. Alright, well, I'm excited to get to work on this BMW today and get it looking brand new again. So as always, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright, so getting started with the pressure washer here, and I have to say that I am thankful for my heated garage today, as it was minus 30 Celsius or about minus 22 Fahrenheit outside during this detail, which means that the car was super cold when I started on it. So these ice chunks stuck to the rocker panels are pretty stubborn here, but rather than just take the easy way out and kick them off, I figured you guys would probably enjoy seeing them get blasted off with the pressure washer. And if you enjoy seeing customer reactions, make sure you stick around until the end of the video, as the owner was pretty thrilled with the results, and it's not always something that I can film for you guys. Moving to the back now, and for those of you who enjoy the pressure washing aspect of these videos, well, I recently posted another pressure washing compilation over on the second channel earlier this week, so make sure you check that out if you're interested. And at least for me, the pressure washing is one of my favorite parts about detailing. So no surprise here, this BMW has carpeted wheel wells in the back, so it definitely takes a little bit longer to get all that dirt sprayed out, but that river of mud sure is nice to see. Moving to the underside now, which of course is covered in the same carpeted material as the wheel wells. So I'm going quite a bit slower today and making sure to really spray this off well, as it's holding onto a ton of dirt. And if you've ever wondered where you can find one of these undercarriage sprayers, well, the link is down in the description for you guys, and it's definitely something I would recommend having, as they are inexpensive, and since they have a standard 1/4 inch quick connect coupler, they'll hook up to most pressure washers. So not something I talk about very often, but when I wash vehicles, I always use the 2-bucket method with grit guards in both of my buckets. And if you guys aren't sure what grit guards are, well, I've got links to them in the description for you. But what this means is having 1 bucket with soapy water and 1 bucket for rinsing my wash mitt, and then using a nice soft microfiber chenille wash mitt, I'll rinse or flip my mitt after each panel, of course washing the vehicle top down. And if you follow these steps, you will greatly reduce the chance of instilling any swirl marks in the paint. And if you're wondering why I don't put my hand inside the wash mitt, it's because for one, I have more control over it, but also because I rinse the mitt so frequently that taking it off to rinse it and having to put it back on again would waste quite a bit of time. So opting for efficiency, I keep my hand out. Now, since I noticed quite a bit of iron contamination on this paint while I washed it, I'm going ahead and using my iron Decon spray, which will safely dissolve those little iron particles, turning purple when it does, and then I'll simply just spray it off after letting it sit for a few minutes. But looking around the car, and there was iron contamination on every single panel and wheel here, so if anyone is curious, yes, you can use regular detailing clay to achieve the same results. The only issue is that it's going to take you a lot longer to remove those particles by hand. So if any of you out there have ever noticed tiny little rust spots on your paint, that is iron contamination, and it can be easily dissolved and rinsed away with a product like this. starting on drying now, and I guess Mike must have had a really good yoga session this morning because he was the most energized that I've seen him in quite a while today. So despite him acting like a complete goof, it's always nice having the help, even if it's only for a few seconds. Okay, with the vehicle backed out, I'll quickly get the floor cleaned up and then start on these dirty mats. And really the process here is simple. I'll quickly spray the dirt off, then spray on some all-purpose cleaner diluted about 4:1, hit them with my medium green drill brush, and then just blast them clean. Alright, starting on the interior now, and the first step is to remove all the Tim Hortons garbage and any other personal items, making sure to recycle the plastic bottles, of course, and then I'll quickly get the vacuum plugged in and get to work on all the dog hair. Now, as I work in the back here, I figured I'd mention that the quality of this carpet is much nicer than what I usually see. And even the stuff in the back here and on the back of the seats is way higher quality than what most manufacturers use. So it definitely makes it a lot easier to vacuum, and I'm pretty easily able to get every little piece of dirt or debris out. Okay, moving to where some of the hair is, and because the carpet in here is so nice and plush, the hair doesn't get stuck the same way it does in cheaper carpets. So surprisingly, the vacuum is able to get it all sucked up. I didn't even need to pull out the lily brush once today. So I have to say, I'm definitely enjoying working on this BMW right now, as the higher quality components just make things easier to clean and a lot more enjoyable. Turning my attention to the trim now, where I'll use my Detail Geek detail brushes on all the crevices, I wanted to mention that for those of you looking to get your hands on a set of either the boar's hair or ultra soft brushes, they should be back in stock on my website, detailgeekautocare.com, within the next few weeks here, so keep an eye out for them, or you can follow Detail Geek Auto Care on Instagram for updates. Now, for those of you who might be wondering why I take the seats out in some vehicles and others I don't, well, it's simply because I only do it when it's actually necessary and I can't clean up to my standards with the seats in, though in the case of this X1, I had really good access around and under the seats. There wasn't anything I couldn't reach with the seats still in here. Here's the half bucket of dirty water pulled from this BMW. Gross. Now, just to show you guys a different method of cleaning, instead of using the steamer here, I'm spraying on some APC diluted about 10:1 and then agitating with my boar's hair detail brush. Then I'll wipe it down with a slightly damp microfiber towel and finish it off with a dry one. And while I do prefer using the steamer as it's quicker, if you don't have access to one, this method works just as well on moderately dirty areas. Turning to the leather seats now, and to clean them, I'm spraying on some Meguiar's D181 leather cleaner. Then I'll use my horsehair brush to gently agitate. And the nice thing about this cleaner is that it foams up to let you know that it's actually doing something. And then I'll simply just wipe it off with a microfiber towel. Now to condition this leather, I'll use some Meguiar's D180 leather conditioner and apply it with a microfiber applicator pad, which is going to leave these seats looking and feeling soft and supple. Alright, moving to the paint now, and since I could tell during the wash stage earlier that the paint was pretty dirty, I'll use some of my detailing clay, spraying on a quick detailer as a lubricant, and then we'll gently rub the clay over the paint. And what this does is pick up any surface bonded contaminants on the paint like tar, tree sap, road grime, any remaining iron particles, things like that, and we'll get it perfectly clean and ready for a coat of wax or sealant. And as you guys can see, the paint was still pretty dirty. Okay, so with a sealant applied to the paint, I'll get some 303 aerospace protectant applied to all the black exterior plastic, and as you can see, it instantly rejuvenates the trim, leaving it with a deep matte black look when it dries. Last but not least here is to dress the tires with some CarPro Pearl, which is a water-based dressing so it's safe for rubber and it won't sling all over the paint. have a look inside. I got all the hairs out of there, so.
Well, that's the biggest thing, right, when you have dogs?
Yeah. Can be a little tricky.
Oh, it was my nightmare. Thank you so much for doing this.
No, absolutely. When you're happy with it, I'll give you the keys and
Thank you.
okay, enjoy it. Alright guys, and 10 hours later and the BMW is looking absolutely incredible. It's back to looking brand new. And I have to say it was a pleasure getting to work on a bit of a higher quality vehicle today. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you smash the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, enjoy the guitar outro, and I'll see you guys in the next one.